My name is Daisy and I am the founder of Banish. I started Banish back in 2012 when I had really bad acne and was trying to find a solution to treat my acne scars at home. Since then, I've grown Banish into a multi-million-dollar business and I've been going strong for 12 years. And I feel like having run this business and creating and developing microneedling devices, I know a little bit about acne scars. So I am going to ask ChatGPT about acne scars and see if she's right, okay? Now we know that AI is really great, but sometimes it's not always the most accurate. So I'm gonna give my own feedback based on the responses in ChatGPT. Number one, can acne scars really be removed? What causes acne scars? What are the different types of acne scars? What's the best at-home treatment for acne scars? Does microneedling actually work for acne scars? What needle length is safe at home? Can acne scars fade naturally? How long does it take to see results? Are lasers better than microneedling? Can acne scars come back? What ingredients help acne scars? What should I avoid when treating acne scars? Do acne scars get worse with age? What is the biggest mistake people make? Okay. So the number one question is, can acne scars really be removed? And I really like this question because you can ask any dermatologist, plastic surgeon, scar specialist. It is one of the hardest, if not the hardest skin condition to treat because the acne scar is actually formed really deep in the skin. The scarring is very, very deep into the skin. Unlike, a surface scar, like right here, my baby scratched me. It goes on the top layer of skin. Acne scars come from like the very root and the bottom of the skin. So it is much harder to treat, and scarring in general is very, very difficult to treat. So she says that, ChatGPT, and I call her she, that some can dramatically be improved, others softened. So I have treated my acne scars at home for 12 years, and I'm going to be completely honest that I still have scarring, depending on the light. I mean, this is a pretty flattering light, but depending on the light, I have scarring. I have tried lasers and that did not do anything to my skin, so I stopped. I think it made my scarring worse. I have tried filler for acne scars, which is the one thing I absolutely do not recommend because all the filler migrated into a specific area and it made the scars look worse. I've also tried professional microneedling and that has also scarred my skin because I just have not had good results outside of at-home microneedling. I haven't gone out and tried other procedures, but I'm sure maybe there's some that are out there that could work, but we're talking thousands and thousands of dollars. So if there's a treatment that has worked for you guys that you've done professionally or whatnot, please let me know because I still have acne scars. So I really like how ChatGPT was honest about it because it said that some can be improved and some can be softened. So shallow scars respond well to microneedling, retinoids, and chemical exfoliation, which is true. Microneedling obviously works well. Retinoids, honestly, do not work for my skin. I have a bad skin barrier. If you guys have seen my daughter's Dupixent video, I suffer with eczema. I have it all around my eye right now. So I can't use retinols. Chemical exfoliation is really good. The Banish pumpkin enzyme mask has glycolic acid, alpha hydroxy acid, but I also love mandelic acid. I think that is actually a really great ingredient. So alpha hydroxy acids have worked really well for my skin. In terms of just brightening my skin, I have not seen a difference with chemical exfoliation in terms of the scar, like the scar breaking down. The only thing I have seen degrade the scar is the microneedling stamping and like breaking up that collagen. That's the only thing I've seen. Deeper scars, ice pick, boxcar rolling need consistent treatments over time or in-office procedures. Erase is rare, visible improvement is realistic. And I love how ChatGPT said erase is rare because, people still wonder, like, I still have acne scars, like, what am I doing wrong? People ask, like, what am I doing wrong? I still have acne scars. You're doing absolutely nothing wrong. Scarring is really difficult to treat. If you're like me and you scar towards everything, it's super difficult to treat. And my skin, like the type of acne I had, it like left permanent scarring. So with the Banish stamper and with the products, I'm able to soften the edges, right? I'm able to definitely reduce the hyperpigmentation left from the scarring. But in certain pockets of my skin, I still have visible scarring. And I think that is why with Banish, it has always been my mission to make people feel confident in their skin because There's no such thing as complete erasure of acne scars, right? If there was, I would not be making YouTube videos and I would be retired on my own little private island, but no. This is so crazy because I'm getting a whole text thread of messages from my manufacturer. It is literally like 9:30 p.m. on a Friday night. This is the only time I have to film, and my phone is literally blowing up as we speak from the manufacturer because I am launching a new head thingamajigga. So stay tuned for that. So what causes acne scars? Scars form when inflammation damages collagen during the healing process. Higher risk if you pick or pop the pimples, have cystic acne, delay acne treatment, and have a genetic tendency to scar. So I want to tell you guys that I almost have never popped a pimple in my life, but the pimple popped automatically because of the type of acne I had. I have a very, very specific genetic tendency to scar. Okay, everything has left a scar on me. You know, some people can get acne and they have really bad acne and it just doesn't scar for them. And for me, my acne, I would say it was moderate to severe, but the scarring was way, way, way worse than somebody who, you know, had my type of acne. So yeah, I think the genetic part is not talked enough about because people always think that if you pick your skin, it's because like you scar because you pick your skin. And my phone is still blowing up. 3, what are the 3 different types of acne scars? Ice pick, right? The deep narrow pick. So I have the ice pick scarring, boxcar, wider sharp edge depressions, rolling wave-like texture, and dark spots. PIH is discoloration, not true scars. So I have ice pick scars, which they're like, my scars are really small, but they're deep, right? So it is much harder to treat. The ice pick scars are some of the hardest to treat. The dark spots, if you have the dark spots from acne scarring, that is actually the easiest to treat. I will swear the Banish kit will like erase it like that, okay? Dark spots left over from post-acne marks are the easiest to treat, but the actual texture and irregularities is much harder, and the deeper the scar, the harder it is. But you know what I love? I love how there's our photo from Banish. Okay, what is the best at-home treatment for acne scars? Oh, wow. Okay, she's right. She said microneedling and active skincare is the gold standard at home. Okay, I will say ChatGPT is right. It's right. So my mission has always been to create a safe, affordable at-home version to get rid of acne scars. Obviously, if you have really severe acne scars, you know, Banish can only do so much. But you know, there's so much science behind microneedling, so much data behind it. Microneedling stimulates collagen, improves texture over time, and enhances absorption of serums, vitamin C, peptides. Oh my gosh, she's right. She says that consistency matters more than intensity. Did I not tell you? I've been trying to scream from the living rooftops that it's not about the depth of needle or the amount of trauma. It is about consistency. And this is why for Banish, we sell the heads and packs. We also sell a subscription program because I want you guys to be consistent. It's not a one and done thing. And I think people will see results and they'll see improvement and then they'll like kind of stop. You have to do it, especially the older you get, the more your collagen degrades and the more like scar-like it looks like. I know. I just feel like things just go downhill. You're just fighting a lot of battles at once. Like you're trying to, you know, fight the collagen degradation, but also fight the scarring. Does microneedling actually work for acne scars? Yes, when done correctly and consistently. Oh my gosh. Okay. She is so right. I love ChatGPT. Well, because a lot of people say AI is wrong, but like AI is right so far. She's been right. Okay, so it's best for rolling and boxcar scars. Results build over 3 to 6 months. Yes, so rolling and boxcar scars are easier to treat than the ice pick scars. Remember, the deeper the scar, the harder it is, right? Because the more like it goes more into the skin. You think of the ice pick, it's like a really big like dagger into your skin, which is what I had. I only have ice pick scars. Like what? Results work over 3 to 6 months. Works by triggering controlled skin repair. At-home results are slower than in office, but safer, more affordable long-term. No, I actually disagree. They are not slower than in office. In office is much more traumatic and it takes a lot longer to heal. And because it's so much more trauma with in-office procedures, you can't do it as frequently. So I feel like you see results slower than at home. And I say this because I've done professional and at home, and I didn't see better results professionally. I just found more trauma, and then I got more scarring from it. What needle is safe to use at home? 0.25, 0.5 is beginner's glow product absorption. So yes, that is true. 0.5 is texture and early scarring. So I would say it's true. I think a 0.5 is the basic gold standard. It will treat acne scars. It will help with collagen regeneration, and that is something you want to do consistently. 0.5. 0.25 is more for under the eyes, the neck, or for product absorption. 1.0, I think people think that they need to use such a deep needle. 1.0 can be good for really deep acne scars or for the body. If you've been using Banish and Banish for a long time, you can do a 1.0. You're not really going to mess up. I don't get any bleeding, whatever. But anything higher than that, I really, even professionally, I don't really think it's necessary unless there's a very specific thing you're going to treat, or you're under a doctor's supervision, you're doing that. But I really don't think over a 1 millimeter is necessary. Can acne scars fade naturally? Some shallow scars may soften over time, but most do not fully fade without intervention. So yeah, for me, none of the scars have faded over time. It just leaves a mark on my skin. So you do need intervention. Collagen production does slow after your mid-20s. So I am nearing my 40s era, getting there, slowly itching up. So yeah, it does slow down, and you really have to force the collagen regrowth on your skin. I don't really know what to say. Okay, so you have to do that. How long does it take to see results? Dark spots 4 to 8 weeks, texture scars 8 to 16 weeks, deeper scars 3 to 6 months. Progress is gradual but cumulative. Okay, so I would actually say that it probably takes, I think this is wrong. I don't think it takes longer than a month to see results. For the dark spots and for the texture scars, if you use the Banish at-home microneedling kit, you will definitely see the dark spots lightened. That is for sure. But you see the edges of the scar like kind of smoothed out, like a little bit ironed out. I really think the best way to describe the results you see from Banish is you see the scars ironed out. But I don't think it takes like 6 months to see results. Because you do want to microneedle like once a month. So yeah, but the great thing is that when you are microneedling, your body builds collagen. It's a different type of collagen, type 1 and type 3 collagen, I believe, underneath the skin. So it keeps like building even after you have stopped microneedling. So it's kind of like passive income, right? Like you're just kind of earning money while you sleep. It's like you're kind of just building collagen when you're not microneedling. So that's pretty cool. Are lasers better than microneedling? Lasers can be powerful, but higher cost, more downtime, higher risk of hyperpigmentation, especially for medium deep skin tones. So yeah, lasers, I think for me, it didn't work. I've only tried it, I think, a couple times, and I felt like it made my skin worse. But again, this was before I started Banish. This was before I knew anything about acne scarring. I think a lot of new lasers have come out. I just personally haven't done it because I'm kind of traumatized. And for me, like for the 12, 13 years I've been working on my business, I've really learned to embrace my scars and embrace who I am and embrace my imperfections. So I don't want to risk it getting worse, right, by doing something, because if you have medium to deep skin tones, and I do have a darker pigment, like my scarring is like, you know, it's dark. I don't know, I could do things I just feel like there's a lot of risk when it comes to everything you do, and especially with aesthetics. There's always a risk it could go wrong. So for me, it's not something that I'd rather just accept all my imperfections than try to chase more perfection. And I feel like that is a sense of maturing in life, because I think in my early 20s, I was all about trying to be perfect and perfection and blah, blah, blah. And now that I'm in my later 30s and a mom now and like everything, it's just, life is just constant. Life is so messy and imperfect and chaotic, and like a huge part of it is just learning to love ourselves in and throughout. So anyways, that's me. Can acne scars go back? Once collagen remodels, it doesn't undo itself. Ooh, I love that. I love that. It doesn't undo. It's not like undo. But new acne can cause new scars. Yeah, so that's why it's very important to keep your acne under control. For me, chemical exfoliants have done that really well. Okay, what ingredients help acne scars? look for vitamin C, specifically L-ascorbic acid. Okay, I swear ChatGPT is copied at my brain, because why are we on the same page? Like, I've never felt more connected to anything except ChatGPT. Like, I feel like she gets me, okay? Because she knows it's L-ascorbic acid. Collagen, post-brightening, retinoids, which is skin renewal. We have the ceramide and retinol serum from Banish. That's the only one I use, but in general, I can't use retinoids because of my skin barrier and eczema prone skin. Niacinamide, barrier plus tone, peptides and growth factors, repair and support. What should I avoid when treating acne scars? Picking or over exfoliating, that is definitely true. And I think too much trauma is something you really want to avoid, because when you have acne scars, you're more prone to scarring. That's why you developed all these scars, right? So you don't want to create any more traumatic effects that would cause any further scarring. Sun exposure without SPF, that's definitely true. I am somebody who always has the SPF. I like have SPF in my car, in my bag. And I always use mineral sunscreen. I don't use chemical sunscreens. Using harsh treatments too frequently, yes. Again, you do not need more. More is less when it comes to acne scarring. Repeat after me. Your skin does not need more trauma, okay? Do acne scars get worse with age? Yes, they can appear more noticeable as collagen naturally declines. So early consistent treatments gives better long-term outcomes. So this is why I always say that it's so important to be consistent with your routine and to keep doing it and to treat the scarring early, okay? So for me, because I didn't know about Banish and microneedling at home for years before I developed it, I definitely think if I started using Banish earlier, then my scars would be pretty much unnoticeable. But because they're a little bit older scars, it is much harder to treat. So that's why I always say, have a pack of the heads at home, so that way if you do get acne or whatever, you can really treat it. What is the biggest mistake people make? Expecting instant results. I think for me, the biggest mistake when it comes to acne scarring is people thinking the longer the needle is better and the more trauma, the better. That is definitely not the case. Okay, so I think she did good. These are 14 FAQ questions from ChatGPT. So let me know if you guys have any FAQs. Put it in the comments. I'll answer it in another video. But thank you so much for watching.